Hello, everybody. This is Alia Jamal, the love coach, coming here live for another love circle. And today we are talking about a very basic foundational concept, and that is unconscious mind and conscious mind. When we want to create any shift in our life, that is the first piece that we have to understand and work through. And that is the foundational piece that helps you build anything else in your life. So today I'll be going into a lot of detail and helping you understand why it is important for you to understand this built-in mechanism within you as a human. So if you look at your life, whatever current reality you're living, whatever bank balance you have, whatever relationship status you have, whatever craziness that is going on in your family, or whatever harmony is going on in your family, or if you have a career that you truly love and you enjoy, or you're so in love with a partner and everything is beautiful, whatever is going on in your life, that gets created from your unconscious mind. And sometime when we've been raised with a religion, we learned like you ask God, God gives to you. And, if God doesn't give you, that means there's something wrong with you. You need to ask for forgiveness. But once you start to understand the relationship of your own unconscious mind and your reality, and the role that your conscious mind starts playing, you will get to understand a different aspect of your relationship between you and God. And that is, whenever you ask something, you're given it right away. The reason it doesn't become part of your reality because there's a block in your unconscious mind that you're not aware of that is stopping you from receiving the energy of that new reality. So once you truly understand that, there's so much freedom, but there's also so much responsibility at the same time. Now you cannot blame God anymore. Now, all you can do, and we don't want to blame ourselves either, that is not what this conversation is about. What we want to create is be curious, question what is within us, and be open and ready to expand and grow and create a different reality for ourselves. So that's why a lot of one of the most famous question in the coaching industry is, what do you want? Everything starts from there in your life. What do you want? And why do you want it? When we go into why, that is when we get to dig deeper into our unconscious mind. So I'm going to start today conversation with helping you understand kind of like, the the big picture, or the picture of like what unconscious mind is doing within you, and what conscious mind can do for you, and how you can create a different reality by understanding the two. Most of us, we are used to like, I thought of it, I'm gonna go after it, and then it feels like an uphill battle. It's not an uphill battle when you can already understand what is stopping me that lives within me. The energy that needs to be transformed within me, that lives within me. And once you focus on shifting that, your journey to get to the reality that you want to create becomes so much easier, because now you're in alignment with the universe, and it will all make sense once we start getting into it. Okay, so I'm going to draw it out. We are still sticking with our pen and paper here. The board is still not here. So when you're born, when a human baby is born, that has half a mind, if that makes sense to you. And that is subconscious mind. So you have only subconscious mind between 0 to 7. Now there is a wisdom in it at a nature's level. If you do have a conscious mind when you're little, you're going to start rejecting what your parents are saying. You're not going to follow them. That example that we all study in the biology class of imprinting, the way duck walks, the duckling walks behind her, just like that. That imprinting comes, that mimicking comes from unconscious mind. Whatever we see, that is what we do. So the wonderful thing about your unconscious mind, which can be not so wonderful when we are surrounded by trauma, everything goes in. That's why you might have used that term. Kids are like sponges. Everything is going in. Something good that you see, something bad that you see, whatever you're seeing, everything is going in. And where is it going? It's going and creating paradigm within you. So what is a paradigm? It's a set of beliefs that sit within you. These are set of beliefs that are going to sit within you, and they are the one that is the chip that creates the movie that you're living in right now. If that movie is beautiful, either the chip that was entered was beautiful, or at some point you have done the work to rewire your unconscious mind. If the movie you're living in right now, that is your life, is horrible, that is the chip that you have within you. That is the paradigm that you have that was created when you were 0 to 7. Another cool thing about unconscious mind is it's a feeling mind. So whenever you are involved in any feeling, it would be anger, it would be pride, it will be shame, it will be guilt, it will be sorrow, it could be joy. Your unconscious mind takes over. You might remember that time when you were just so angry. You're like, I was so angry, I just lost it. What is that? What is lost it? What happened in that moment, your conscious mind shut down and unconscious mind took over. And unconscious mind has memory of all the things that you have seen or heard or observed when you were little. So if, let's say, your father and your mother used to have an anger issue and they just kind of unleashed when you did something wrong. So when you get angry and you say, I lost it, you become exactly that person. So many of my clients over time, they realize, oh my God, I am just like my mom, or I am just like my dad. That is being aware of our own behavior. We realize, oh my God, I've been mimicking. This whole time I've been mimicking. That's why we want to be curious. So whenever you get too emotional, or you call yourself on being too emotional, it's your unconscious beliefs that is called paradigm collectively. Comes to surface, runs the show, and you have no idea. You have no idea what to do in that moment because you feel like you have lost control. Now, let's look at what is it that gets developed after the age of 7. So after the age of 7, we have conscious mind and subconscious mind. And there's the heart in our body, which has the desire. We'll get on into that in a different call. So now conscious mind is your thinking mind. And unconscious mind is your feeling mind. So when I want to sit and think, I'll be using my conscious mind. Now, conscious mind develops after the age of 7. That is when I start to question things. That is when I start to create a sense of my own identity. I am this, but I am not that. That is when I can tell someone, I can actually block things from coming to me. That is when I have the ability that someone tells me you're this, and I can say, no, I'm not. Because my identity is developing as my conscious mind is developing. That is when we can reason. A lot of our mental faculties, they start to develop when our conscious mind is developing. So this is seven years onward, and this one is 0 to 7. So now let's get to why do we want to understand these two things? Like, why is it important for a human to know that they have a built-in mechanism called conscious and unconscious mind within them? Whatever you want to create in your life, it will happen through these two coming on the same page. So let me show you something very cool. When we think something, for example, right now I'm thinking, you know what? I want, let's say, fried chicken for dinner. If I'm thinking that right now, I am literally thinking in the mind of God. Now, what does that even mean? I am thinking in the universe. This universe that we live in, I'm just going to put these on the side. We live in a mental universe where think of this is if this is your mind, you are in a big bubble that runs on thought frequency. It runs on frequency. Every thought that you think creates a ripple effect. Or you can also imagine that your mind is a pond, and every thought is the pebble that you throw in it. Every pebble that you would throw in it will create a wave. Bigger pebble, bigger wave, small pebble, small wave. That wave that we are creating, it goes out into the universe and brings certain particles together and create your next moment. So if I'm thinking right now, I really want fried chicken, few things can happen for dinner. One, maybe my sister will show up with some fried chicken in her hand. Maybe I would actually have enough time to go out and get it. But the thought that I'm putting out is creating that reality. So when the dinner time would come, all of a sudden I'll be like, I want nothing else but fried chicken, even if I have to drive in this cold wherever. That is how every single thing works in our life, not just small wishes and desires that we have, even the big ones. So when I am thinking about having this fried chicken, my conscious mind is sending a signal out into the universe. Now, if I believe, one of my belief is I can't really have what I want, then I am sending another signal out into the universe. I cannot have it. Now, this signal, the subconscious mind signal, is always stronger. Why? That thought has lived within me for a very long time. This thought I'm having right now, but this thought has lived in me for a very, very long time. So it is a stronger muscle because it's been at work for a very, very long time. And when we want to create a reality, if I truly want to get to a place where whatever I think about eating, my lifestyle or my own choices will provide me that, I will have to change my belief to I can have whatever I want whenever I want it. It's a very common affirmation that is used. I can have whatever I want whenever I want it. If these two don't match, I get whatever subconscious mind is deciding. Now, that was a very small example. Let's think of a big example. You truly want to get married to a very loving partner, a truly kind and loving partner. But then your parents had a horrible marriage, and your whole life you saw two people fighting day and night. That is what's sitting in your subconscious mind. You cannot have a pleasant marriage or a pleasant relationship or a pleasant companionship. So while you are trying to look out and you're searching for that one person that you think like, maybe fell off the face of the earth, because why can't you find them? It's actually your subconscious mind that is stopping you from experiencing that reality. It has nothing to do with, universe doesn't want to give it to you, or God doesn't want to give it to you, or he's punishing you. This God-given mechanism is within every single human. Sometimes we are able to break through it unknowingly. But when we do the inner work, what we call inner work, I lead my clients through that too. We consciously create a change in our subconscious mind. Now, how do we create that? There are two ways to create a change in your subconscious mind. One is called sudden emotional impact. And that would be when a person is used to smoking, their father used to smoke or not smoke, but they have seen somebody close by smoking and they got into the habit. It's really part of their paradigm. It's part of their body, their unconscious mind. It's really part of them. And then the doctor tells them, if you don't stop smoking, you will die within 6 months. And then that impact, that emotional impact, in that moment, this is what happened. When such a sudden news came to the person, their their critical mind, or the mind that can stop things from coming in, shut down. Unconscious mind became open and receptive, and that belief went right in. So now all of a sudden they're like, I can quit smoking. And everybody's so surprised how this person can do it now. How all of a sudden they can do it, because in that moment their unconscious got rewired. So that is, of course, more scary way of rewiring your unconscious mind. Another pleasant way is constant spaced repetition, but that takes a lot of work. That is you taking one sentence, one image, one thought, and repeating it over and over and over and over till it becomes part of your consciousness, till you start seeing the results in your present life. For example, if you've been always trying to lose weight and you have never been able to lose weight, and then you start to say to yourself, I have a lean body, I have a lean body, I have a lean body. And then all of a sudden, within a year, your body looks different. And the same goes to if you don't feel like you're a very confident person, you start telling yourself, I am confident, I am confident. And then all of a sudden you're like, I don't hesitate to speak out anymore. That is when you will stop. So no one knows, no one can tell you how long it will take you to rewire your unconscious mind for that very specific thing. And that very specific thing would be whatever you're looking to change in your life right now. Are you looking to change your health? Are you looking to change your wealth? Or are you looking to change your relationships? Sometime adults would say, like, I don't have any friends and I feel bored. I never had friends. So switch it to, I have wonderful, amazing friends. I have very supportive friends. Keep saying it over and over and over. And then within a year, you'll see like you have so many friends. You didn't change the neighborhood, nothing shifted. But when you kept repeating it, a time would come when your unconscious mind is going to think that is your reality. And it is going to open and it is going to receive that information. And that is when you'll experience a shift in your reality. So this one, we keep doing it till we see a shift in our reality. There's a goal. I set it up in November of 2021. It has not come true till today. It's not part of my reality yet, but I did not let it go. I still keep the image right in front of me. And I know that it will come true. At some point, it will, if I will keep doing the work. That means the belief, the counter belief to that reality is that much stronger and deeper. But if we stay persistent, if you stay persistent, you can rewire your unconscious mind to be whatever you want it to be. That is what hypnosis is all based on. Hypnosis is based on you being able to rewire your unconscious mind. You don't have to go to a hypnotherapist. You can, and that will change your life too. But you can also take one small step at a time and you can work on your own unconscious mind. Now, that was why we really need to, one thing before we move on to next thing. Your unconscious mind, there are specific parts of the day when it is more open to receiving. And that is right before bedtime, like, those 5-10 minutes before you're about to doze off. So whatever one thing that you're working with, whether it has to do with your own personal, like, your skills, your confidence level, how you feel about yourself, or it has to do with a relationship status, bring it in that time. And as soon as you wake up, those are the time when unconscious is more available and open because conscious mind has not taken over yet. What conscious mind does, think of it being the door in front of the playground. If it's shut, nobody can get in and play. But if it's open, if conscious mind has stepped aside, you can go inside and play and you can create whatever you want. That is the whole thing about it. Now, let's look into conscious mind. Now, there's something so cool about our conscious mind. It is in my understanding, that's what makes you one of the highest creation ever created. Because conscious mind plays a role when you want to use your will, when you want to make a choice, when you want to make a decision. And the most beautiful thing about conscious mind is you can use it anytime. If right now I'm feeling so sad because that is something triggered my unconscious mind, a memory came up, and right now I'm feeling sad, that means unconscious pattern, unconscious paradigm has taken over. I can tell myself in this moment, how would it feel to feel so happy and so relaxed? And consciously, I can connect with that feeling and I can pull it in and I can make it part of me right now. But what usually happens when we are feeling sad, we keep feeling more sad, and more sad because we don't know how to engage our conscious mind. We feel that that is too much. I don't know how to do it. It is very easy. If you engage your conscious mind in every given moment and you decide, what do I want to feel? Who do I want to be? How do I want to act? If those are the three questions you're playing with as you're moving forward in your day, you can bring in a different version of you. That is the power of your conscious mind. With your conscious mind, you can decide, you know what? I understand nobody in my family has been wealthy, but I am going to be wealthy. And then what happens? You hold on to that thought. You hold on to that repetition within you, I am wealthy. And within few years, you start to see things moving in a very interesting way. Opportunities are coming your way, maybe career is shifting, or an opportunity to collaboration is coming that is going to help you become a silent partner and just bring residual wealth. But where did it start? From your conscious choice. Most of us, most of human on this planet are living unconsciously. They are not engaging their conscious mind. They are not even asking themselves, what do I want? Who do I want to be? How can I be that person? In the moment where I'm feeling so overwhelmed, I can consciously connect with calmness because that is the ability we have. Animals don't have that ability. Humans do. But most of us, we live unconsciously. We let our emotions run our day. We let past memories come and play out in our today's life. We let our unconscious belief dictate the quality of our life. But when we become aware of our conscious mind, oh my God, I have this thing within me. It's just like, if right now I want to get up and I want to go to kitchen, who did that? My conscious mind did that. Imagine if I use the same ability to get up and walk out of a toxic relationship. That is not good for me, and I am not good for the other person either. Imagine if I use the same ability to get up and say, you know what, I am going to build an empire and I'm going to create generational wealth. If I use the same ability to get up and say, you know what, I know there's a person out there, I'll go find that person. And I'm not going to stop till I actually find that person, that I would really enjoy their company. I don't want to let myself be alone for the rest of my life just out of fear of commitment or just out of fear of having my heart broken once again. That is the conscious mind. That is the mind that goes into and take risk. That is the mind that keeps taking you forward, forward, forward. That is the mind that helps you grow beyond your paradigm, beyond the program that lives within you. That is the mind that takes you out of your robotic nature. Sometime when I'm talking to my clients, they're like, no, I have always been like, I have always been negative. I have always been listening to other people. I have always been indecisive. Okay, good news. We can actually change that. But you have to engage your conscious mind. You have to make a decision. You have to think what decision you want to make and then go for it. That is how we truly create a shift. But if we don't understand this ability lives within us every single second of our existence, and that is what makes us superior than an animal in terms of what we are able to create. If we are not understanding and using it, then we are just like another animal. Squirrel comes out every single day. There is an unconscious program within it. It will go try to find food. It will eat some. It will hide some. It will go back at the end of the day in the same tree and go to sleep, get up, do it all over again. If you're living that kind of mundane life, you are living an unconscious life. You're not tapping into your potential. You're not using your unconscious mind. Now, there's something so cool about conscious mind that I want to share with you. And that is, okay. Okay. So your conscious mind has the ability to imagine. It's part of the, I believe, 7 mental faculties we have. So let's say you're holding an image right now. I think from here you can see it better. So this is the subconscious mind. You're holding an image, and that image is maybe you sitting on Hawaii Beach, and you're just feeling so good about being there. So when we are feeling what we just did, we invited the unconscious mind. Consciously invited the unconscious mind. You're imagining you're sitting on beach in Hawaii, a beautiful beach, the breeze is good, you're feeling relaxed, you're feeling peaceful, you're feeling joyful. Now hold that image. The longer you hold that image, the faster it comes true for you. Now watch this. There is something very cool that exists in our makeup, in our energetical makeup. There's that energy, universal energy moving through you all day long. All day long. That's the energy that keeps you alive. What that energy do, whatever you're holding on to in your conscious mind, it has no choice. It has no choice but to create it. Now, if I'm holding on to a beautiful image here, that is what I get to create. Because over time, what's going to happen If you hold that image long enough, that image moves into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind think it already exists, and bam, it exists in your reality. Now, if I am a person who's worried all the time and I'm holding on to a horror movie here, sooner or later, that will become part of my reality because my subconscious over time would think that is my reality. Once it gets programmed into your subconscious mind, it becomes your reality. We are programmable and reprogrammable. And if we are not using this God-given ability that exists within us to create a change in our life, that's on us. That responsibility is on me. That is not on God. That is not on universe, because we are so loved that whatever we ask, we are given it to us right away. Now, that energy that I've been given right away, for that to become part of my reality, that is the work I have to do. I have to hold on to that image. I need to be brave enough to even have a desire or a want. No matter what the negative part of me is saying, negative part is saying, oh, who do you think you are that you'll be able to have it? So once we start to exercise this ability that already exists within us, that is when we tap into the unlimited potential of our own existence. That is when we all have seen somebody coming from, like, very struggling situation, and now just within few years they are way up there. That is the program they have used, knowingly or unknowingly. When I work with my clients, I show them exactly what we are doing so they know how they are built, what's going on within them, how it's working, how it's not working, but it is all in your hand. It's that phrase, like, ball is always in your court. And I know when we learn this kind of stuff, it can make us so, like, burdensome, or it's like, okay, now I cannot blame someone else. Now I have to keep everything on myself. Or we can also become judgmental, or we can go into guilt. Oh my God, I created this craziness for myself. That is not how we are going to shift. When we want to create a shift, it only exists in an environment where there's no judgment, there's no blame, there's no guilty or shame. When the environment is neutral, it's safe for your unconscious mind to open up and transform and get reprogrammed. So take a deep breath and release all the judgment you might have, or all the overwhelm and sense of responsibility you might be feeling right now. Just let it go. And then ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want to create in my life? Who do I really want to be? That is the first step for you to become the version of you that you're dreaming about. And as you move forward to your tomorrow, hold that image. Because whenever we think something, an image pops up in our mind, there is a reason for that. That's not just like, by accident. There's a reason for that. When you have a thought, there's an image. If you hold the thought, if you hold the image, it becomes part of your reality. And I have personally created things anywhere from 8 hours to few months, a couple of years. And this really works. That's who we are. That is what a masterpiece we are. But we have to learn how our internal mechanism work and then implement it. So that brings us to a conclusion for today. And if this is something you truly want to understand and you want to go deeper and learn how to rewire your unconscious mind, reach out to me. DM me. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can go to my website, aliajamalcoaching.com, and you can book a call with me. And I would love to take you on this journey and truly create a version of you, a reality for you that has already been given to your soul. And to live that amazing, wonderful, magnificent, abundant reality in this lifetime, we rewire our unconscious mind and we become open to receive all that belongs to our soul. That is all for today. I'll see you next Thursday. Sending you love. Bye.